How's y'all people? How y'all doing today? Specialist here today. I'm coming at you with some Black Ops 2 gameplay. And in this game I don't snipe a whole lot, but I actually popped in a little random sniper that I never used, and I actually did pretty well. I went 24-4, and I usually suck at sniping. I can get kills, but then there's a lot of deaths that follow. But other than that, I did pretty well in the gameplay. But again, that's not the reason for this video. It's because of everybody noticing the PS4 is definitely coming out most likely during the Christmas season. They've come out with a lot of the specs and the controller. They haven't showed the actual console. And everybody's expecting for the Xbox 720 to come out, which I heard is not going to be called that. It's going to be called Xbox. I don't know how that differs from the very first one, but whatever. Hey, I don't know why they don't just call it Xbox 3 or something. I don't know. But other than that, I wanted to kind of compare the two, and also PCs or gamer computers, because there's a lot of discrepancy between them. But start off with PS3 and Xbox 360 right now, what their differences kind of are. I'm just going to say a few things, because the whole argument between which one's better is really stupid, because basically the whole setup for each one is basically about the same. I can't really get into details about it. I've looked it up because I can't really describe it. It's complicated crap. But the basic setup for the Xbox 7 or 360 is kind of different from the PS3, but the whole basics with the graphics and stuff, they're basically the same. They look the same, and the only really big differences are the fact that Xbox you pay for online services, and PS3 it's free. But the reason is for the paying for and the not paying for is Xbox 360 gives a whole service with the fact that people complain about how Call of Duty people get a lot of the backpacks and stuff first. That is because Microsoft pays Activision. And when they pay them, we then pay for Xbox Live. That's where they're getting the money to pay to get the stuff free. And PS3 and PC gets it later because they don't pay for the service. They get everything for free. And that's the only really big difference. So you can go either way on saying which one you like better, but I really don't see a big difference because one has the advantage when you pay for it, you get a big service and you get a lot of stuff for first, but then PS3 is free. So you go at it however you want it. But now to get to the actual next ones that are coming out, surely there hasn't been a whole lot of differences. I just went on an article and read about them. And this guy was saying how PS4 has clear advantages in these areas, but then in like the lower paragraph when he starts talking about the Xbox 720, there hasn't been really anything released about the 720. I mean, there's some stuff, speculation, but it then says for them they must match this. Xbox 720 must match this, or they should match this. But then they just a minute ago said how a PS4 was going to be, with this aspect, is going to be better than the next Xbox, which they don't know if Xbox is going to have it or not. I don't know. I thought the way the guy wrote it was stupid. But other than that, they've only released really the controller and some of the specs and the fact that it's going to be out. The PS4 is going to come out sometime probably in December. Time for the holidays and all that crap. And I think that the Xbox 720 or the Xbox is planned on being released in... or not released, but it's planned on having an announcement in May. I'm assuming they're going to do something at G4 and all those conventions and stuff. I assume that's where Xbox and PS4 are going to really have to kind of battle each other to get people's votes. But right now, Xbox 720, one big thing that's kind of let me down about it is the fact that they might do only online. And one guy said from, I think, Microsoft, said to deal with it. Pretty much just said, go screw yourself if you don't have internet, you're a bunch of retards. And, I mean, I don't mind going to PS4, because, like I said, I don't see a big difference between the two. I don't know if you're going to have to pay for online services yet for PS4 or the Xbox. I would assume Xbox you would, but I don't know about PS4. But yeah, online all the time is really stupid, because even if you do have internet, he's basically saying all the time, you're going to have internet all the time. Last I checked, my internet went out for like 3 days. And I couldn't do anything. Because just because you have internet doesn't mean you're always gonna have internet. They're gonna be cutouts when you can't have it, and so you can't. You have a piece of junk right there worth a good $500 just sitting there, and you can't use it because you don't have internet. That's just a dumb aspect to put on. I hope they don't do it, but what I'm hearing, a lot of it is saying they are, and I would think by now you should probably have internet if you have an Xbox, but everybody doesn't, so that's a really stupid aspect. That might push me to go get the PS4, no matter how much I like the Xbox, because that's one aspect that's gonna lose them the battle so much. Because I have internet. I don't play offline. I don't see the point of playing offline, but it does. People try. It costs money for them to use that internet, and they don't want to have to pay for it. They just want to play games that they get, but that's a whole nother issue. And then, last aspect, I want to compare whether you should get the PC, or just stick with your PC, or use a PC or whatever, because technically, the clear-cut thing between Xbox and PS3 and or PS whatever PlayStation and the computer is the fact that PC, they have very good graphics and they have smooth frame rate and all that, and it's beautiful on the computer. It's freaking gorgeous if you have a really good gaming PC. But the thing that sells it for me to have an Xbox is the fact that they have a service that's always usually online. I mean, you have Steam for PC, but you can like watch, well, I'm trying to think of stuff. But they have a service that is dedicated to you all the time. Steam's more for selling games, and there's no service that's dedicated to you. On the PC, everything's spread out. On Xbox, it's just right there. You can just go click on it. But you have to like search for it on the computer. And also the fact that I like a controller. I saw somebody actually use the mouse and keyboard as an advantage for them, which maybe it's good for them, but they're probably used to it by now, so that's why they're saying it's an advantage. But I would rather have a controller in my hand that's all put together and you can hold easily, it's easy to control, rather than using a keyboard and mouse, which is kind of two separate things, and that's a lot of batteries. Even though well, it depends on what kind of mouse you have, but mine actually needs batteries. I think I need like 4 batteries. So that's a lot more money than 2 for a controller. So I would rather have an Xbox. I mean, I still like PC because I feel it's a lot easier to play games. I'm like, get games really fast. You don't have to keep changing out CDs. You can just sit there, go to Steam, play the game. That's something I do like about the PC, but I like both. I don't have a real preference. Graphics aren't everything, truly. They are parts of the aspects of the games, even though I am complaining that Call of Duty needs to update the graphics, but they've been on the same engines for years and years. I'm saying like Minecraft, I don't mind that they're blocks. That's their aspect of how they make the game, or Terraria, where they use 2D. It looks fine to me, so graphics aren't that big of a deal to me, but that's my analysis of the PC compared to Xbox and PS3, and analysis somewhat of the PS4 and Xbox 720 or Xbox. So when it comes to the end, I don't know which one I'm going to get. The controller, though, for the PS4 looks nice, and the fact that some other things I've heard that you can, when you start downloading something, you can automatically go in and use it and play it, which seems like a nice aspect and feature you can use too. And there's a bunch of other features, but we don't know exactly what's going to be in the Xbox, so if it is only online, I don't know, because I do have internet, as you can tell. So I'm not really sure if I'm going to get that one or not. I'll figure it out when the time comes and I hear the other aspects of it. But that's my analysis of all that. And I hope you enjoyed it. If you did, then please leave a like. I will hopefully be coming, as long as I get the DLC, at least maybe today or tomorrow, I'll coming out with a review for it. I'll come out with a review for zombies and the maps and stuff, and I'll put it together into one. I'm not going to do it like last time I made 2 different videos. I'm going to put it all into one video, and hopefully the Alcatraz map looks really good and everything else looks really good, so we'll see. But other than that, thanks for watching. I'll see y'all later. Please subscribe if you enjoyed and like to see more. And if you like it, please leave that like button. Push that like button. Thanks for watching and peace.
Operation complete. Nice job, grunts.
Welcome to the family, kid.
Come over here.
Here's some food stamps.
I drew.
What? No,
Just come on, okay?
You like to think
Look at our
you're
drawing.
with this little group, but we can make our own goddamn decisions. This isn't your own personal dictatorship.